All right. We are at Phoenix for the iNRS Racing Championship tonight. Welcome, everyone, to the IWM Broadcast Network. I'm Rick Souza here with John DeRudris. And yes, we're on a bit early tonight to try and get some feedback from drivers before we get this race underway here. This will wrap up an entire season here with the iNRS Racing Series, and it has been a remarkable one. John?
It's been great. Can't wait to see who's going to be the champion tonight between Jordan Booth, Vernon Broadbeck, Alex Forgier-Berube, and Corey Bunch. An exciting season, and it all comes down to this, the final race at Phoenix, to hold the glory, to get known as the iNRS champion here tonight. So we got a lot in store for y'all. We're going to talk to hopefully all of the championship driver contenders, like I just mentioned before, all those drivers, and then get qualifying underway and get the green.
Absolutely. Let's see if we can bring in, let's see if we can find Mr. Josh Douglas. Let's see if we can bring in Scott Thomas as well into the booth here and talk a little bit about this league. This has been an amazing season here with a full season mirroring the NASCAR series, and it has been exciting. Guys, welcome to the booth. Just kind of reminiscing a bit about this season and really what an incredible event it's been.
Go ahead, Scott.
Yeah, hey, no, we appreciate it. We were just actually sitting there in our chat, talking about the four guys that are in there, Jordan Booth and Vernon and, Corey Bunch and, of course, Alex. And, like Vernon, he's been with us from the start. Jordan Booth is a newcomer, so kind of got a little bit of a mix in there. I think Corey's been with us for a couple of seasons now, but, it's definitely been a good season for sure. We're looking forward to, tonight's race. It's going to be some fireworks, I'm sure. The other two series, had a little bit of fireworks going on there. So, the truck series, of course, and the, Xfinity series as well. So, it's been fun, man. We're, Josh and I were just talking about it as well. It was kind of bittersweet when you clicked into the session and it was the last one,
Absolutely. When we thought about, covering the entire season, we just didn't know what to expect. And we've really just seen some amazing races, some great competition, some super competitive drivers. Tempers have flared at times. It's really just been a great story.
Yeah, I can't say enough about the group. Didn't know how it was going to go this year with trying to get as many people involved as possible. But all the way through the season, we've been a consistent larger size field. We've struggled with that in the Truck and Xfinity League we started this year. But Cup has just blown us away with having 20-plus drivers all the way through the end of the season here. So I'm super proud of all the guys. Can't wait for most of them to return next year and do this all over again. It's been such a blast. People that didn't follow NASCAR, just was iRacing, this has kind of pulled them back into the real-life world, whether it's the entertainment of the playoffs or the hatred for the playoffs. Either way, it's got people tuning in. So I love it, man. It's a dream come true to keep this many people going all year long.
Yeah, it's been super exciting. John, any comments?
I'm just excited just to see how this plays out. I'm looking forward to this. I missed a little bit of the season, but the talent in this league is phenomenal. Excited to see how I'm not going to say hometown, I guess home state driver, Mr. Corey Bunch, is going to do. And just stoked that we're able to bring this coverage to everybody on all of our platforms. Excited to have this partnership with iNRS, and just a privilege to be able to bring this great racing that Josh and Scott have been able to put together and bring on. So kudos out to y'all.
Appreciate it. Means a lot. And you guys I don't think we could have kept people involved and engaged all season long if it weren't for you guys coming on board and partnering up with us and doing this full time. the guys absolutely love to watch it back and, see your perspective, your comments, see it through a different lens. We're looking out of the windshield all race long, and when they get to watch it back, and it's awesome. It's cool, man. Anytime I can find during the week, I'll watch, 15, 20 minutes and pause it and get started again when I'm not busy. It's definitely something to look back on.
Well, we certainly enjoyed bringing it to you and to our audience. It's been just a lot of fun each and every week, getting to know the guys and watch them and learn their stories. Jordan's even filled in a couple of times in the booth on another night for broadcasting. It's just been a blast.
Awesome, man. Awesome. Looking forward to next year.
Absolutely. Well, we want to hold you. Let's go see if we can grab Mr. Booth here, bring him into the booth, and we're going to try to bring in all the guys. Might as well.
Yeah, man. Appreciate that. Y'all have a good night. Looking forward to it.
You got it.
Absolutely. Thanks, guys.
You got it. All right, that was Josh Douglas and Scott Thomas. They put this league together. We're going to try and bring in some of those drivers right now and get some calls.
Oh, and hit again.
Oh, right. Hey, Jordan, it's Rick and John in the booth.
What's going on?
I know we shocked you there.
Yeah, I was out here watching Matt practice and watched him get pinballed around there at the end. I was like, oh.
Well, it's the championship race. You made it all the way through. You're here. It now comes down to the best of the race.
Yeah, it should be exciting. I mean, Vernon's up there right now in practice times, which she can't really look too much at practice times. Weather fluctuates and whatnot, but should be a good race. I'm hoping we get some long green flag runs, and whoever's the fastest can come out of here, no drama involved.
I see you've got your teammate here tonight.
Yep, finally he's back. I promise. I did nothing to him. It was all on his own will. I did not kidnap him. He's fine. He's alive. No, it's good to have him back. Hopefully get out here and get one more win for the team.
You got it. Well, just thinking back a bit, was there something that you found when you think about this season that was memorable for you?
Yeah, I mean, winning the Crown Jewel Championship, that was pretty fun. Just being able to put myself in the right positions to get that done was cool. And then obviously Josh for putting that on and even being a possibility to win it. I mean, there's not many leagues that offer $500 to go win certain races. That was really cool. I'd honestly say my favorite kind of part of the season was watching Brendan win at the Coke 600. I mean, he'd been having kind of a rough year up to that point, and finally just showed how good he could be and won it. So, no, it's been a good year all in all. I mean, 9 wins up to this point, so I won 25% of the races this year. As a lot of people in real life and in here have pointed out, if it was a season-long championship, that would be pretty cool. I'd be a lot less amped up for this race, but that's part of it, right? So, just got to go out here, do what I know I can do, and hopefully come out of it with a trophy.
You got it. Well, listen, good luck tonight, and we hope to be talking to you again.
Sounds good. Appreciate it, guys.
All right. That's Jordan Booth, one of the drivers running for tonight. Let's see if we can find somebody else who can join us here in the booth tonight. Let's see if we can grab Vernon. Hey, Vernon, it's John and Rick in the booth. How you doing?
Doing good. How are you guys doing?
We're doing great. Looking forward to tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. It should be a good one.
So, it's all come down to this. It's been a great season. We've watched you, certainly be competitive all the time, but, definitely your actions and your racing over the past month or so have just been spectacular.
Yeah, I definitely found the right time to step it up and get hot in the hot days of the summer.
So you put in some pretty good times just here in practice. Those are at 27.378. That's a pretty good number. Do you like Phoenix? Is it a good track for you?
Well, I don't know if they changed anything within the last couple years, but it definitely drives a lot differently. So, it's probably not one of my stronger tracks, but we're just gonna go out there and try to have a fun race and do the best we can.
Well, I guess that's all you can do. Was there anything that memorably that kind of stuck out for you this season that was something that kind of put a pin on this season for you?
Yeah, I mean, obviously the win at Nashville was a great race. to take over on a pit strategy. Really, I mean, it wasn't pit strategy. Just overtake somebody on coming down a lap sooner and then being able to drive away from the rest of the field was a phenomenal experience. Something I'm always going to remember. But the Martinsville and being able to finish 1-2 with Clark and then Vince finishing top 5, having 3 Roadrunner Motorsports in the top 5 is something that we don't see very often. So I was very thrilled, and that one's definitely going to stick there for a while.
You got it. Well, listen, I want to hold you up tonight too much. I know you get back to it. We're going to go racing shortly, but we wish you a heck of a lot of luck, and hopefully we'll see you at the end.
Yeah, thank you. Hopefully we go out and put out a good show for the final race of the year.
You got it. All right, folks, that's Vernon Broadbeck, and I think Corey Bunch has kind of joined us in the booth. Corey?
Oh, yeah, I'm a little late. Oops.
No, you're good. You're good. Just glad you could join us. Certainly appreciate it. So we're just kind of talking with Jordan and again with Vernon. Just it's been a heck of a year. It really has, and it's been a blast watching you drive.
Yeah, it's been. Like I was telling everybody there earlier today, I was like, you know what? No matter what happens, it's been a great year. I mean, to be able to pull off 5 wins, and then one of those races just lead every single lap. So that's been a pretty banner year. So I'm just going to try to treat this like just another regular race and just see what happens. But I mean, we'll see what we can do. But I can't be disappointed with how this number 77 Benjamin Moore Ford Mustang for Full Throttle Motorsports, how they've just performed all year. I couldn't ask for better, and we'll see if we can cap it off on a good note here.
That sounds great. I've asked all the drivers so far, was there anything that was memorable this season that kind of stuck out, that kind of helps put a pin in this season? I'll ask you the same question.
Let's see, man. Because there's quite a bit, and I'd hate to try to pin something on myself, but I mean, I think a pivotal moment, and I think ever since we got rid of the fast repair midway through the year, I think I kind of made a difference with as far as how everybody races one another. And so I have to give credit to Josh and Scott for making that call. And I'm not been screwed out of that whole ordeal, but I hope we don't start now. But just everyone just drives a little bit more sense, other than Martinsville. But that's Martinsville is in its own animal. But for the most part, the race has been really great, like the 1.5 miles and all the some of the short tracks there as well, like New Hampshire and all those as well. So I mean, it's been pretty good. And then us having like 20 plus, week in and week out on the Cup side, it's been absolutely awesome to see. And I just can't thank everybody enough that participated and made the racing fun for the most part, because let's just face it, we're here to have fun, and that's all, at least what my mindset is here to have fun.
You can't miss that. I mean, this isn't a source of revenue for our families, or this is just fun. It's a chance to get out, blow off a little steam, have some fun with a group of guys that you've known you get to know over the course of a year, and just laugh. Yeah, it's frustrating, but it's really about fun.
Yeah, and it's like with the group of guys with Whitley and Eric and the Winsel and all them as well. They even Garrett and sometimes Booth. When it comes to the lower series, we just get in there and we just have a good time. And even though we're racing each other clean, we just still pick at one another, and that's just what kind of just makes it really. So that's kind of really I went into for tonight, is just to have fun. Just let the race sort itself out, and just take it one at a time, because I made the mistake of getting so caught up in the moment for being in the championship for last year, and since I've got that experience this go around, I'm a lot calmer, and I just kind of accept that it is what it is, and if it happens, it happens. So, but overall, just here to have fun.
Well, that's a great attitude, especially going into the last race of the season, and hoping it all works out. Again, Yeah, just do your best and have fun.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
All right, so I think, Corey, I hope they'll talk to you at the end of tonight's event, but looking forward to the race tonight.
Alrighty, that'll work. Thank you guys.
Thanks, you got it. All right, that's Corey Bunch, driver of the 77, and hope to have him back on at the end of the show. But last but not least, we can't miss Alex Forget-Berube in the 19 joins us in the booth. Alex, man, this has been one heck of a season.
Oh yeah, it's been rocky, roller coaster, honestly. Up and downs, a lot of downs during the summer. But came back right at the right moment. Lady Luck hit me straight in the face at Miami with the fuel strat.
It worked though. You know, you're exactly correct. You saw you up at the front a lot in the first half of the season. Summer there was a little bit of a lull, and part of it is luck too. You just never know what's going to happen to you. You hope it all goes your way, but didn't quite. Saw a little bit of some challenges there, but it doesn't really matter though. Here you are, championship race. You're in the game.
Oh yeah, game on.
Absolutely. So what are your, as I've asked everybody so far, was there anything, obviously Homestead Miami was a great bit of calculation. What was your most memorable event this season?
Gosh. It's because I have another league on Wednesday, and I might mix up events from both leagues. But I know fighting for the bracket was very nice the entire summer. I just don't like how it ended at all.
Yeah, you are. I understand.
But it was fun. The thing itself, to do that every year, sounds like a very good idea. But otherwise, it's going to be winning, obviously. There's wins that I would have done differently, especially Darlington, first time. I drove very crazy like, but I still won. So at the end, it was rewarding enough. But there's some things that I would have changed. But overall, I don't know. There's not something in particular that really marked me this year. It was really cruise most of the time. Get up front if I could. Otherwise, just enjoy the nights here.
Well, I think that's probably good enough to say, because it's a long season with lots of races, lots of success, and also frustration. But it all comes down to tonight.
Oh yeah, tonight is the night. We'll see how it goes.
That's right.
I really hope so that I can finish ahead of the three boys.
Well, we'll be watching up here in the booth, and hopefully we'll talk to you at the end of the race, and someone will be handing you a big check.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much.
You got it. All right, folks, that's Alex Forget-Berube joining us here in the broadcast booth as they're just about to go qualify.
All righty, yeah, we are about to get this show underway, and let's really quick. Let's talk about where the point battles are. Obviously, we have this right here, and with Corey Bunch already advanced, Jordan Booth, Alex Forget, Jordan Winsel was plus 16, that last driver to get in. So, Rick, really quick, what would you say is your favorite right now out of those four to win this championship?
Well, I'm a little biased. I did when you were on your honeymoon, I did a number of races with Jordan in the booth, and he was a wealth of knowledge and a good color commentator. So, I my favorite's on the favorite. I think Jordan's been on top of the leaderboard all season. So, I would, if I had to put some money on somebody, I may put it on him. But I would not look. I mean, I would not forget about any one of these guys. They've all been at the front.
Yeah, they really have. I mean, two drivers that outside of the Jordans, really Alex Forget-Berube with his fuel strategy. I mean, he is so good at saving fuel. Could we see him put on another masterclass there with fuel? But if I'm going to go, going to go with a little hometown favorite here, I'm going to go Corey Bunch. I'm going to get it done. That's my, I'll stick with that, but watch out for that 19 of Alex. He can get it done, Rick. We've seen him do it time and time again. And where at Phoenix, you can't really run. I mean, I guess you kind of can run the high line in, I guess that's 2 or I guess 1. I think it's going to be a matter of staying to the front, obviously managing your tires, and pit strategy is going to be huge, obviously. So got about 5 minutes left until we get qualifying underway here at Phoenix Championship race. Don't miss a thing. And if you're new, we welcome you into the broadcast. Thank you for tuning in. And also, if you haven't seen us before, make sure to stay to the end, because we are going to be interviewing the top 3, and maybe one of those will be the championship driver. Who wins the championship? Who knows? Maybe they'll finish 1, 2, 3, 4. We do not know. What we do know is that practice is about to conclude. And you heard it earlier from a playoff driver. Practice times don't really mean a lot. I'm curious. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, if you practice, if you know you're coming down to, well, if you're a driver in this league and there are 36 different tracks to run, Phoenix is unlike any other track on the series. So you've got to put in, you've put in practice time, outside of the hour that this league provides for you before the race, then, maybe that's not quite as important as you would expect it to be. But if you're just getting in, you've run home, you're getting set up from work, and you're just getting out here, every single lap would be a learning experience.
Absolutely would. And that's where some drivers that won a little earlier in the last round will have an advantage. Right now, I see a big pile up on the front, I guess not the front stretch, the only straight part of this track, really.
Yeah, let's look at the track, the race info, and kind of take the viewers kind of through what we're expecting to see tonight.
Alrighty, let's do it. So, 75 degrees here, 156 laps around Phoenix. Stage break at lap 51. No quick repairs. 5 sets of tires, 60% fuel, 3 green-white checkers, and the track temp of a lovely 85 degrees, which means it's going to be a little bit sticky there as we start to get this race going here in just a little bit. So 60% fuel here. With a mile, you're looking at probably somewhere maybe a little bit shy of 50 laps. I would expect, as you see another pile up there. So we'll see what the fuel strategy is. Last night, we were a little off on our projections. Had an amazing fuel strategy race towards the end. So we'll see what that looks like, because every driver, I think, is going to be different.
So with this new car that we've got, this next-gen car, the approach to Phoenix has changed a bit. It's certainly because of that dog leg in the track and the ability to cut the dog leg, it's not quite as stable as it used to be with the previous generation of cars.
Correct. And you could damage your car pretty heavily the way that these cars sit on the ground. So you don't want to hit it too often because you will get damage. It's happened to me. It's probably happened to you, Rick. It's happened to all of us. So you got to keep that at the front of your mind. And we'll see this field span out 3, 4, 5 wide, maybe 6 wide at a time. What it looks like on the screen, because people will cut that dog leg, which is totally legal. So it's going to be a matter of how comfortable are you and how big of a risk you want to take. But in the championship race, I think all the dice are going to be rolled, all the cards are going to be dealt, and the risks are going to be as big as they have been all season long for this championship 4.
Absolutely. So tonight we've got a contest with about 24 entries so far. They're just a few minutes away from going into qualifying, so probably 1 minute or so before qualifying. Right now, just kind of looking around to see who's actually on the track, trying to finish up their last little bits of practice. And we've talked about the 4 guys who have made it and qualified to get into this championship race, but we can't lose sight of the fact that there's 20 other drivers out besides those 4 that, those teams show up here each and every week.
They do.
They practice. Sometimes they win and they're not in the playoffs, or they're finishing top 10, top 15, and a lot of these guys, we've seen them just continue to improve, throughout the year.
We have. And now it's going to be interesting to see who will be at the front of this race. Like I said before, it might not be a championship 4 driver, even though oftentimes you will have to win this race to get in, just because that's how competitive the field is. But, you might see that's chaos. Look at those cars flipping through the air. Good thing that they can have a little reset there. And every driver is okay, by the way. I can tell you that right now. It's going to be interesting, and I think this is also going to be interesting. Who qualifies up front? Qualifying is going to be vital here. You heard some of the drivers talk about green flag stops. It's going to be pretty relevant here at Phoenix. So we'll see how this plays out. Looking right now at the 67 machine getting underway. That's Corey Ennis.
We'll stay with Corey as he starts, and as these times begin to populate with the best times. Now here at this track, it's going to be their second lap that will be their fastest lap. So the first time that will get posted will be their first timed lap. And it is just a 1 mile track, so they get around pretty quickly.
Yeah, they go by pretty quick.
All right. All right, good time for Corey, but it's like right now Jordan Booth has popped up and is right now the fastest time so far up on top. Of course, again, that was his first lap by. Second lap times are populating now, and looks like he may stay on top. Jordan Wenzel is right there as well. And looking at Alex Forget-Berube, never the first guy at the qualifying line.
Correct. He just sits and waits. He waits for everybody else to say, okay, I know what I need to do. I know who I need to beat. So right now, absolutely hate to call it like this, a terrible lap for Vernon Broadbeck, though, all the way down in 21st.
Yeah,
Something happened with his lap.
Yeah, he must have tagged the wall possibly, or something to disqualify his faster lap. So that's how iRacing works. And if you had a mistake, you have any contact with the safer barrier or any type of misstep, that lap will not qualify. Watching the 19 of Alex Forget-Berube make his way around for his first lap.
Let's see what his lap time will be for lap number 1. P8 or P9, excuse me.
Yep, good time, good time. Actually, it's a great time for your first lap.
It is. See if he can improve just a little bit. I think he can. If he could get this corner down, which he does, didn't get as low as I thought he could. Powers off, drives straight, dives.
Picked up 2 more spots.
Not too bad. Not too bad. I think starting up at the front is going to be very important here for sure. You're going to have a lot of drivers who are hungry to get up to the front, and starting up there, it almost allows you to kind of in a way, set yourself apart, especially if you're talking from a playoff perspective. When you're looking at this, also, while we're talking about it, Vernon Broadbeck must have 100% gone in and scrapped his second lap and come back out, but he just went P5.
Oh, wow. There we go.
Yeah, so that's huge. That's a good move there.
I think the last driver to qualify is Simon Madgett. We're watching Simon now on track. See how Simon does. There's just 12 seconds left. Can he get his lap in?
I think he'll be able to do it.
Yeah, with 2 seconds to spare.
Well, hey, 2 seconds, and it's all it takes sometimes, as we are now done with qualifying, and we're going to go to a 5-minute warm-up. So make sure to stay tuned.
Well, John, it's been a great year. It really has.
It had. We've seen a lot of battles, a lot of great racing, and the skill level has leveled out quite a bit, which is exciting to see. And we've seen that across multiple series that we've broadcasted here on the IWM Broadcast Network. And so it's been really fun to carry this full length season with the iNRS like we have, and excited to see what 2025 holds. And don't miss a thing. Like I said, if you're new or you haven't already subscribe, make sure to hit that subscribe button and hit the like button as well, so you show your support and so you don't miss any other future broadcasts. And so, and like I said, this is it. This is the championship race. So if you know somebody who's interested, share it with them. Make sure they're tuned into this so they don't miss this action. And I think this is going to be a fantastic race. Great car count too. Let's talk about that. Kudos to all the admins for getting a high car count. Oftentimes you can see sub 20 car counts here in the championship race, because a lot of people are like, well, I don't really know what I'm racing for. It's the last one, but we have a good sized field here, which is so good to see. So kudos to the admins.
Absolutely. And if you are an iRacer yourself and this is something that you've enjoyed watching, the next season is coming out. Feel free to reach out to Josh Douglas and those folks who are involved in this league on iRacing and get you a league invite, and maybe we'll see you out here next season.
Maybe. If we could have maybe a fill into the broadcast, maybe I'll dip my toes into the iNRS. We'll see. Who knows? No, I love being in the booth. I also love being on track. So it's a tough battle. But we'll see where we are. We got about 2.5 minutes left. And, Rick, let me ask you this. If you were starting this race right now, you have Jordan Booth starting in first. He did get the pole. And then you have all playoff drivers starting in the top 10. If you were starting this race, where would you want to start going into turn one, on the low line or the high line?
So they flipped this racetrack, and turn one used to be the dog leg.
Right.
Now it's just a little bit. It's kind of part of the dog leg. I would probably take the low line, and at least at some point, because there's going to be some challenge there, because everybody takes the low line through turn one. So
exactly, and we will see too wide, but I'm right there with you. I want the low line. I think it gives you all the control. You could hold up that high line, and what oftentimes you do see is drivers not knowing where that inside driver is when they're in the high line, and they will come down the track. And so it's a really tough place, especially if you start up there in that high side. So I would choose the bottom lane. You got the momentum. You have, the inside line going into the corner. So it's all in all, it's where I would highly recommend anybody to start if you had to choose. And we might see that tonight. We'll see where drivers line up. But
why don't we take this time and kind of cover your keys to tonight's race?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's cover it. So championship race, you have a lot on the line. And one of the first things that I focus on when it comes to a championship race, I kind of alluded to it earlier, was the tires. And so tire preservation and conservation is number one, and it's vastly important here, simply because of the fact that you have a lot of wear. You have a couple different corners, and it all wears very differently. So when you are trying to make your way around here, preserving your tires is number one. Number two, which I think is just as important, is track position. You have to be able to start up either somewhere near the front or around the front, or hopefully you have a break or something, or you're able to make up some time when other drivers are on pit road. But track position is my number two key. And third, quick pit stops. So getting on pit road smoothly, getting off pit road. And I'm not only talking about the pit stops themselves, I'm talking about entrance. Pit road here is a little bit dicey. It's easy to get the back end of the car out of shape. And you really want to pit when there's nobody around you, because you can somewhat diamond it in a little bit and make pit road. So you also got to watch out for pit road exit, because you might have a car diving down the dog leg and you might get swiped. So it's all in all a very, very interesting race when it comes to the keys. And so tire preservation, track position, quick pit stops is what I would say is my official keys. So Rick, here we go. We're going to start gridding up, I think, very shortly here. Let's see. Do we have the field? I think we do.
We do. Let's go ahead and bring in that grid.
Let's do it. Alrighty, so starting on pole for your iNRS Championship race presented by the iNASCAR Racing Series, Jordan Booth, with Jordan Winsel to his outside starting in second. Starting in third, Jacob Mousseau. Wow, what a great start for him, with Corey Bunch starting in fourth. Vernon Broadbeck starting in the fifth position, with Brendan Hayes starting in sixth. Alex Forget-Verruby starting in seventh. Joe Musso starting in eighth. Tyler Lim starting in ninth. And rounding out your top 10, Scott Thomas.
In 11th, Matt Persini. In 12th, Matthew Robinson. 13th has Eric Jeffers. 14th is Austin Walton. 15th is Mike Wheel. 16th is Corey Ennis. 17th, we've got Vince Burns on the outside, Clark Franz. In 19th, Nick Alves. And in 20th, Simon Magin.
In 21st, Ron Fitting. In 22nd, Garrett Walden. Starting in 23rd, Martin Giroux. Starting in P24, Tony Japs.
All right. Let's catch up with these guys as they're putting it together here. Pace car's already dropped off the track.
And everybody's like, oh, they're about to go green. Now they have to make another turn. They have to wait just a little bit longer. But the anticipation's here. We have reached the championship race in the iNRS. Who is going to get it done here tonight? Geico Restart Zone, they have entered, and we are Green Flag Racing, Championship Racing from Phoenix.
Good jump by Jordan Booth, moving out in front. They're 2x2 and 3 across, 3 wide in the back.
And that field is very strung out right now. They're going to tighten up out of turn, technically 2, or is that 1? I can never keep track.
Let's bring
anymore.
that track map up so we can kind of figure it out. That's 4. Across the start and finish line.
Yep, leading lap 1, Jordan Booth. Now, points don't matter, only position does. See a side-by-side battle there with the 81 and the 25. Excuse me, that's the 81 and the 40 of Brendan Hayes. Haven't seen Brendan in a while, but he is back.
Definitely some tight door-to-door battles here all over the track.
It really is a one-of-a-kind track. Like with the dog leg and having them have access to use that, it really opens up the track and makes it what you want it to be. I mean, it's very much, if you want to use it, you can. If you don't want to use it, you don't have to. But typically, you see all drivers at some point using that dogleg down on the bottom and going almost all the way to the wall at times.
I mean, it's the ultimate risk reward.
It very much is. It is the ultimate risk reward, and if you do and go down there on old tires, Rick, let me tell you, you might be going for a spin. It's like, oh, am I playing Mario Kart and hit a banana? No, your tires are just gone. But we have a caution wreck in the back. Garrett Walden, I believe.
Austin Walton was around in the wall.
Austin Walton, excuse me.
Let's see if we can kind of figure out just what happened. I did see a number of drivers. They were, I wouldn't say they were actually wall riding, but they were certainly up against a safer barrier. They're watching the 17 now. The 43 gets out of shape. And I think that may have been what happened there.
Yep, I would agree.
So unfortunately, that yellow flag comes out between contact with the 17 of Austin Walton. I'm not really sure. I guess it was Garrett Walden in the 43 who he had contact with. See that Vernon Broadbeck, I thought he had come down on pit road, but maybe he just dipped down low to avoid any incident.
I think he just dipped down low to avoid it.
All right, our first caution of the night. How these guys manage their fuel economy and how that all works out, that's going to be a very interesting strategy. Do you have a number of drivers on pit road now? See the 17 of Austin Walton.
I mean, I would start clutching in right now. I mean, or try to flip the stage a little bit. Well, I guess it wouldn't really matter the points. Because you're going to have to come into the back end anyways.
Well, number of drivers on pit road taking care of anything. There may have been some other incidents. Again, I saw Tyro Lem was had some contact with the retaining wall during that six lap run. The others may have had those same type of contact. With the way this track is shaped, you can get a little bit of work done on pit road. Sometimes more here than on a traditional, mile track.
Correct.
All right, we thank you for tuning in to the IWM broadcast of the iNRS Racing Series. This is our championship event tonight, and we hope that we see you when we bring this league back sometime. Well, when will that be, John? When's the first race? Let's take a
I believe
peek
it's sometime in February, if that's correct. If I'm not mistaken.
Yep, just try to bring up that schedule.
February 1st is the Clash at the Coliseum, which might be I don't know if they're going to move to Bowman Gray, but that is the first race. Their first official race is going to be the 15th of February. First regular season race. Let me rephrase.
Okay. Yeah, so the Clash is at Bowman Gray Stadium this year.
Is Bowman Gray officially confirmed for iRacing?
That I don't know.
I hope it is.
That would be great. Yeah,
that would be.
It would not
great,
surprise me.
Oh no, it's going to be there. We're back to green flag racing here at Phoenix. It happened really quick, yeah. But back to Bowman Gray though. They got to do. I mean, it's a no-brainer, right?
I would think so.
Yep. I know iRacing is a little busy working on that NASCAR 25 game, Rick, which I don't know if you've heard. Every track is going to be re-laser scanned.
Oh, there you go.
For that console game that's coming out.
So maybe they'll leverage that for iRacing as well. Yeah.
You see where I'm going with it. You could see that because they're probably going to have that there in that simulation style video game, console game. So here we go. 10 laps into this 156 lap event. And out front, Jordan, Booth, and all that really matters is the other four playoff drivers at this current moment, who was Corey Bunch sitting in third, Vernon Broadbeck sitting in fourth, and Alex Forget-Berube sitting in P8. The rest of your top 10 as it stands is Brendan Hayes in second, Jordan Wentzel in fifth, Jacob Musso in sixth, Matt Perusini now in eighth, with Eric Jeffers and Tyler Lim in ninth and 10th.
Group is still bunched together tightly here as we make our way into lap 12. Jordan Booth has got plenty of clean air in front of him, but it is a hornet's nest in the back.
Yeah, there's a lot going on, and the 19 can't seem to make a lot of headway right now.
Yeah, watching Alex Forget-Berube try to make his way around. He's got the 25 of Jacob Musso that's right there in front of him, and in front of him, Jordan Wentzel. Both those guys started a bit farther up. They were in second and third on qualifying, but they're now right back, still in the top six.
Looking through now, some of the biggest movers of the race. I know we've only been green for probably about 10 laps, but Brendan Hayes, Eric Jeffers, Corey Ennis, Simon Madgett, Martin Giroux, all up 4 positions. So we'll keep that tally going and see who the biggest mover of the race is going to go to by the end of it.
Looking on back,
a little loose right there.
Yep, looking on back in the field, you've got Mike Wheel, another driver we've seen him improve race after race here. Oh, car spins and cautions out. I think it was Jacob Musso. I think you called it. I think Jacob, go back and look here. You said he was a bit
definitely
loose.
going on. Yeah, something was going on with that 25 for sure. Seemed very loose.
He's got a little bit of front end damage there. Let's see if we can bring up just what happened to the 25. Looks like the 24 happened to the 25.
24 hit the 25.
Yeah, that's all it takes. That little bit of tap in that left rear quarter panel was all it took to upset, and then so hard to recover. And unfortunately, with that little bit of contact, he hit that wall pretty hard.
Yep, he did. Now, if I were these leaders, I don't know what I would do. You have some that kind of faked coming down pit road, but some of the guys in the Mac may say, hey, you know what, we're going to take this time to get some fuel and some tires and maybe fix a little damage.
Right now, Austin Walton, Garrett Walden, Jacob Musso, Tony Japs, all on pit road. Takes a while to get onto pit road on this track.
It does, and it sweeps around too. It's not a flat pit road until you get to the it's a flat pit road until you get to the corner, and you can see the 25 going around right now. So he'll get 4 tires, fix a little bit of that damage on the front end of that 25, and he'll be on his way as we are now 17 laps complete here, a little over 10% of the way done. Out front, 41, Jordan Booth has the fastest lap of the race, too. Looking good early.
All right, as we said, that's just our second caution tonight. There will be a competition caution at lap 51.
Yep, 51.
51.
No stage points awarded, so
just a break.
Just a little bit of a break. And looks like the field is double stacked, so going to get the green this next time by. All playoff drivers, all championship drivers in the top 5 now, Rick.
Gotta love it. But that just exemplifies the fact that that is the cream of this season's crop. So
exactly. It always seems to end up that way unless you see a driver get involved in an incident, you know?
Yep.
We've covered a lot of championship races, and oftentimes when you see a driver all the way in the back, it's typically an issue, but the rest of the playoff drivers and the championship drivers are up at the front.
All right.
Yep, here we go. The 41 chose the outside line. And we are off. Green flag racing at Phoenix.
Another good jump by Jordan Booth, but right behind him, don't lose sight of the fact that you've got Brendan Hayes, Vernon Broadback, Corey Bunch, all right there. Alex Berube, Jordan Wenzel, all just kind of scratching for spots here.
And they're all hungry for track positions because they know this stage break is coming in about 30 laps, so...
Yeah, for those 4 drivers, it's really not about winning the race. Well, it is, but it isn't. It's really about being the best finisher. That will determine the championship.
Exactly right.
I mean, obviously, if you win the race, that's pretty much settles the conversation. But
yeah. But right now, Jordan Booth, Brendan Hayes, Vernon Broadbeck, Corey Bunch, Alex Berube round out your top 5, and all those playoff drivers are right there in your screen, so you're going to get to see all of them.
One of the things I do want to mention that if you are a regular viewer or you're watching this on replay, you can see in most of our races, you'll see that there is an opportunity for sponsorship. And we do work with that advertiser to engage some good commercials to replay during the course of the race itself. So if you have a business or you know a business that's looking to advertise in a unique streaming way here on YouTube or any of the other series, reach out to us here at the IWM Network, and we'll get you some in contact with the folks at the iNRS Racing Series. And just as I'm sitting here explaining to you what's going on, we go around. Looks like the 24 was involved, and the yellow comes back out.
Yeah, 24, I think, had a little bit of contact coming to the line right there.
It's like the 28, yeah. Let's follow the 28. So 24 may have backed out a little bit because of the car in front, and that caused the 28 of Musso to creep up and unfortunately had contact right there on his bumper, but also a little bit of a nudge across the left front quarter panel. And here comes the 67, unable to get it wound up in time. More contact with the 55, who winds up in the driver's door, and that pretty much, I think, was the icing on the incident that the 24 was not able to save it. And with that, caution came out. All right, so with that, we're going to take a quick commercial break from one of our sponsors that advertise this year here on the iNRS Racing Series. Don't go away. We'll be right back.
Athletic Training Solutions specializes in on-site health and wellness programs for industrial athletes. We focus on the treatment and management of work-related injury and illness, as well as employee health and wellness. As one of the leading providers of occupational health services, we serve businesses of all sizes and types. Our experienced, certified athletic trainers work with each client organization to minimize employee disability, promote employee health and wellness, and help to control healthcare costs. We work with a network of doctors that are trained with an understanding of OSHA recordables and the first aid treatment approach to help keep your employees at work.
All right, welcome back to the IWM broadcast of the iNRS Racing Series Championship at Phoenix. I'm Rick Souza here with John Durgis in the booth, and we are under caution for the third time tonight here at lap 26, but we're about to go right back to green. Watching Jordan Booth bring this field down to the Geico restart zone. His teammate to the inside.
Yep, and green, back in the air. Let's get underway. Oh, bad shift for the 40. I think he missed a shift, Rick.
Definitely, he impacted that entire lower line, stacked up big time.
I see he's coming over the mic. Can't hear what he's saying, obviously. Now Jordan Booth is talking. So definitely something happened with the 40 there, but hopefully he's able to... Looks like he's gathering it back up.
Side-by-side action with the 19 of Alex Verjay-Berube and the 81 of Jordan Wenzel. Alex took the cut in the dog leg. 81 stayed up high. Didn't make a whole lot of difference there, but it's got to be a little bit unsettling.
It does. It definitely does.
We can ride on board with Alex for a lap or so. Can hear him shifting in and out of 5th to 4th coming out of that dog leg.
If you notice how smooth he is too, Rick. Very smooth with the wheel, which is what you need here at Phoenix.
Stayed in 4th gear through the start-finish line. You see he's only in 5th gear for really a few hundred yards.
Right.
It just doesn't look like there's a lot of opportunity to pass.
I'm noticing that too.
Caution's back out for the 4th time.
Oh goodness. Somebody
Garrett Walden
went
possibly?
around. Yeah, I think so.
Oh.
Yeah, got hit from the 79. Wow.
79 unfortunately gets in the back of the 43. That's Scott Thomas. Unfortunately, not terrible on the 43. He did a pretty good job of saving it. So Vince Burns in the 55. He is still on pit road from that earlier incident. See Garrett Walden and Scott Thomas both coming down onto pit road. You can see noticeably there's a little bit of damage on the right front, right above the 79 on his paint. But already 4 cautions, a little early for all this beating and banging with what we've got, but that sometimes happens here at Phoenix.
I'm noticing a lot of it is corner speeds. So, you know, it's something that I think we'll have to see if they're going to adjust a little bit, because it seems like it's when drivers are going into a corner and the car behind can't slow down fast enough. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And, you know, there's as much as these guys drive around each other on a short track like a mile or a half-mile track, your braking points are different than the other drivers.
Right.
It's not, you're doing this, you enjoy racing, you're not perfect. So when you may be backing off a bit, but that guy behind you, he may think that it's not time for him to brake, and unfortunately, you're rolling up faster than he can get on the brakes, and unfortunately, there's that contact, which is probably what we saw here with that contact with Scott Thomas and the 43 of Garrett Walden.
Exactly.
Well, a little bit of change up front. You've got Jordan Booth, but you got Corey Bunch now, who will be starting to either the inside or outside. We'll see with this league. The leader gets to choose their lane choice, so we'll see just where Jordan chooses to line up. Every car is still out there with the exception of the 24 of Vince Burns. Still recovering. He must have gotten a meatball flag after that incident that he had.
I'm looking at it. I don't see it, but he has been in the pits for over 3.5 minutes, so something's definitely going on with that individual's car. Hopefully he's able to get back out there and compete.
Yep, lights are off on our pace car. We'll see it dropping off the racing surface right about here as it enters the entry to pit road, but then Jordan Booth will bring them down the long backstretch. Into turn 4. So Jordan's taking the inside lane, Corey Bunch to the outside. That puts the 40 of Brendan Hayes right to the rear bumper of his teammate. And Vernon Broadbeck to the outside. So still a lot of playoff drivers all right there.
And we're racing. Green flag back in the air here.
A lot going on right now. Mike Wheel, I think, may have had an incident. Yep.
Oh, we're
brings out the
big
caution.
wreck in the back. Rick, I mean, it's a parking lot in the back. Parking lot on the back stretch. Huge incidents. I have no idea what happened, but this was a massive pileup.
Okay, we're trying to find what happened with Mike Wheel. He's still going around, but I see Nick Alves, Tony Japs, Joe Musso, Martin Giroux, Matt Robinson, Eric Jeffers, Austin Walton, all involved. So see the 96 coming up off the dog leg. 28 is high.
Oh, yeah.
It's right there.
Sliding right there. Yep.
Tyler Lem, the 99, was sideways. And for some reason, the 96 kind of lost it. But that was all happening back. There was a lot going on here. See the 13, that's Nick Alves. 42 goes around. Just a real parking lot.
Massive pileup.
Yep.
Unfortunate, but a lot of drivers on pit road now for extended pit stops. Martin Giroux, Nick Alves, Matthew Robinson, Tyler Lem, all on pit road for an extended period of time.
Absolutely. All right, we're going to take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back.
HDI provides commercial smart security systems, audiovisual solutions, TV mounting and installation, access control, and surveillance systems. In addition, our networking division can provide business networking and Wi-Fi solutions. All these systems can be remotely managed through our ACE HTI applications and cloud-based solutions. Running a business these days is a tough and demanding job. Let the folks at ACE HTI ensure that your place of business is safe for your workers and your company assets. ACE HTI can offer you integrated burglar alarm systems, access control and health, and wellness systems to ensure the safety of your employees and visitors. If you are looking to modernize or purchase a new fire alarm system, look no further than ACE HTI. We can offer you the latest state-of-the-art solutions to keep watch over your business. Does your surveillance system need a refresh? ACE HTI can install the latest 4K surveillance cameras with custom analytics and AI to help you understand what's happening in and around your business. Are you a restaurant or hospitality venue? Does your facility host sporting events? Reach out to ACE HTI for the latest in video displays and audio systems to enhance and define your place of business. ACE HTI service area includes both North and South Carolina. Reach out to us today at 336-941-3171 or via email at info@ace-hti.com.
All right, welcome back. We are at Phoenix for the iNRS Racing Series Championship event. We are at lap 40 under caution for a big pileup in the back of the pack due to a spin. I think the 99 of Tyler Lim started it, and then a lot of folks finished it.
Yeah, there were a lot of individuals stuck in that one, unfortunately, but
It's funny that the 99, he may have spun and got out of shape, but he didn't wind up in the wreck. He was...
Exactly.
Yeah, he safely got away.
All right. That's our 5th caution of the evening, but we're about to get this race back underway as the sun sets here in Phoenix, Arizona. Green flag back in the air, and we're racing again.
You're in the booth. You're in the cockpit with Jordan Wenzel on that restart. You can see how fast everything happens.
It happens fast.
So the 77 of Corey Bunch slipped up underneath. These drivers are also fighting the wheel a little bit. They seem to be definitely counter-steering a lot in some of these corners.
Yeah, it's just a matter of we haven't been able to get a lot of green flag laps under these tires.
Got Jordan Wenzel, Vernon Broadbeck, and Alex Berrubi right there, sitting in 6th. Again, all your playoff drivers, top 6. Oh, Recchi in the back.
Oh, another caution. Back out. What happened here?
So as I was thinking it was the, nope, there it is. The 28 and the 17. Bear with us here as we get a better perspective on this.
Yeah, back this up, see what happened. Three wide. There's a 28. 28's already been a culprit of one of these. 17's just coming down the track.
Yep. Unfortunately, not clear.
Not clear, but Rick, everybody's on pit road except for Corey Bunch, Alex Forget Berrubi, Simon Magin, Ron Fitting, but everybody else is on. All
right, all the drivers coming down and getting tires and fuel. Still see the 25 of Musso still in the pits getting work done. But you're right, that puts Corey Bunch out there in front with Alex Berrubi right there. Those drivers have not pit.
Interesting call. That's all I got to say. Interesting call.
Well, there is going to be that competition caution at lap 51, so that's right around the corner. But that's our 6th caution of the night. Lots of caution and incidents here so far at Phoenix. I'm sure it will settle down in a bit. A lot of racing left, over 110 laps.
Let's just let's hope that we can get a run, because I'd be curious to see how these drivers fare on a longer run. I mean, it's always interesting to see what happens with the drivers once they get, the good out of their tires. So very curious to see what that's going to look like.
Yeah, knowing that we're going to stop in just 5 laps, it may just be 3 laps.
Might be.
By the time we get back to green flag racing. So, with that, all those drivers who just stopped, they're probably not going to come back in.
I would imagine they wouldn't. But you never know.
Yep.
They can surprise us.
All right, so Corey Bunch will be our controlled car. The lights are off on top of the pace car. He'll have Alex Berrubi to his outside, Simon Magin behind, and then Ron Fitting is up to 4th, and he'll be behind as well. So new drivers up at the front. As they make their way down the back stretch.
Alrighty, here we go. They're about to enter the Geico restart zone again. And green flag back in the air here at Phoenix. Just a few laps until the competition caution.
That's right.
3 wide. 3 wide now. Big battles going on going into this first turn.
3 wide, deep still in the middle of the pack.
Yep, that's the 40. Brendan Hayes. Oh, we're wrecking. We're wrecking. Pin got turned. Vernon Broadbeck got turned into the wall. Oh, boy, that's not what you need. That's our first championship contender that's been involved in an incident tonight.
And there's not much left on that 24 car. He's got nose damage. He's got rear deck lid damage. Vernon Broadbeck and Matthew Robinson involved in that incident.
That should be the end of the stage.
Yep, knowing that came out, that's probably going to call it at that point. Do you have a number of drivers? Those 3 drivers we talked about who had not been down now find themselves on pit road. Guess we can go back and look at that incident. So we're watching the 10 right there. Nope.
Oh, came right into 3.
He may not have known the 3 was there.
That's my guess. That's my only guess at the moment.
Because the 3 is up as high as he can. He's pinched up as high and then...
Yeah, nowhere for the 10 to go, or for the 3 to go.
Yep, stuck. And a little bit of a tap from the 79, not bad, but then here comes a 24. More damage. Oh, 24 got really nailed.
Yeah,
Spins the 10 around.
Yeah, when that car hits the ground, it's going to damage it even some more. So tough break for the 24. Jeez.
All right, so I'm assuming a number of these drivers are on pit road trying to figure out just what repairs they can get made. That's Vernon Broadbeck there. All right, so this will probably cover our competition caution as well as the incident here at caution number 7. We're going to take a quick break, and we will be right back.
ACE HDI provides commercial smart security systems, audiovisual solutions, TV mounting and installation, access control, and surveillance systems. In addition, our networking division can provide business networking and Wi-Fi solutions. All these systems can be remotely managed through our ACE HTI applications and cloud-based solutions. Running a business these days is a tough and demanding job. Let the folks at ACE HTI ensure that your place of business is safe for your workers and your company assets. ACE HTI can offer you integrated burglar alarm systems, access control and health, and wellness systems to ensure the safety of your employees and visitors. If you are looking to modernize or purchase a new fire alarm system, look no further than ACE HTI. We can offer you the latest state-of-the-art solutions to keep watch over your business. Does your surveillance system need a refresh? ACE HTI can install the latest 4K surveillance cameras with custom analytics and AI to help you understand what's happening in and around your business. Are you a restaurant or hospitality venue? Does your facility host sporting events? Reach out to ACE HTI for the latest in video displays and audio systems to enhance and define your place of business. ACE HTI service area includes both North and South Carolina. Reach out to us today at 336-941-3171 or via email at info@ace-hti.com.
All right, welcome back to the iNRS Racing Series Championship event here at Phoenix. We are coming out of our 7th caution. Garrett Walden, I believe, has got this restart. I'm sorry, Jordan Booth.
All right. And here we go.
Maybe it is Garrett Walden.
Yeah, Garrett Walden, green flag back in the air. He hit on lap 37. Cycles himself to the lead.
Good for Garrett. Something's going on in the back there.
Yep, we're wrecking again, Rick.
17 is involved again. Austin Walton.
My, oh my. Yeah, 99 just... Or was it... No, I don't... That looked like a lot of net code.
Behind the 99 here. And no actual contact, but it was inevitable. Unfortunately, that just rockets the 17 into the retaining wall.
Now, did the 19 of Alex Berube get in this one? Because I saw him near this incident.
He slowed down to avoid contact with the 17.
Got it. Well, that's our 8th caution of the night. Lap 55. Just a little over 100 laps to go here in this race.
Garrett Walden will remain our leader. He'll be in charge of the restart. Only drivers on pit road now. The 10 of Vernon Broadbeck. I'm sure he's getting some repairs from that earlier incident. Matthew Robinson's there. Austin Walton and Matt Pericini. That 24 car had some significant damage on it.
Yeah, he's pretty damaged, Rick. I mean, that car's torn up. He's been in pit road for hot second now, over 5.5 minutes. So that 24 car, pretty destroyed.
Vernon Broadbeck is getting back out.
Just in time.
That puts him at the tail end of the lead lap.
Yeah, not what he was looking to have and the run he wanted early here, but again, a lot of racing left to go. It's not over.
Alex Forget-Berube sitting in 16th. Corey Bunch in 13th. Jordan Booth in 2nd. What did I miss? Vernon, Alex, Corey, Jordan. That's it.
Yep, that's it.
All right. We thank you for tuning in to the IWM Broadcast Network of this championship event. This is our last race for Thursday nights for a couple of months, John.
Yeah, it's quite a while. We're going to pick back up in February, probably about February 1st to 15th there, depending on if we're going to cover some of the earlier races. But we will be back in February at Daytona, so make sure to tune in once that season starts underway, and to not miss any of your favorite moments of the iNRS season or the Temperature Cup Series. Make sure to tune in to the YouTube channel. We'll be posting some of the best clips of this past season on our Shorts page, so make sure to look at our profile, go over to Shorts, and you'll be able to see those clips of some of the craziest moments, the biggest wrecks, and most memorable wins here in the iNRS.
All right, Garrett Walden is the control car.
A little bit of a higher approach, and he's off. Green flag back in the air here at Phoenix.
That's Mike Wheel right there.
Yeah, what a run.
Just as a notable, Garrett Walden is up 21 spots.
Yeah, biggest mover of the race so far. Some contact there between Brendan Hayes and I think that is Mike Wheel. Oh, contact. 40 got into the 81 pretty heavily there. Going to knock that 80 or 40 car back just a little bit.
Whole field spreads out.
And we got side by side for the lead. Here comes Jordan Booth. 40 is up against the wall. 40 is sideways. He's still sideways.
That's
40 is
Hayes.
all over the place.
Yeah, he was kind of dirt tracking there. I think that we got a little bit of the sun is setting. Oh, contact right there, the 15.
And we're wrecking. Big wreck. Oh, he just turned right up. Oh, man. We got a huge incident here. Corey Bunch involved. Ay. Mamma mia.
Yep, Eric Jeffers, Clark Franz, Ron Fitting, Bunch, Mike Wheel, and Brendan Hayes all involved in this incident on lap 60 here. So the 40 definitely comes really down on the 15, sending him around. The 3 had no place to go. 12 gets pinched. What happened with the 96? And
I think the 40 was trying to correct, and 96 went high.
Oh, the 96 had no place to go either.
Yep, nowhere to go. Big incident. And there's Corey Bunch. Made some contact with the 12.
Minor contact there.
As he starts to go, the 3 starts to back down the track.
Can't go anywhere. No one's. Oh.
Yep, and there was contact there. Contact all around here. Bring out our 9th caution of the evening here on lap 61.
Contact for everyone.
And you get contact. You get contact. You get contact.
All right, Oprah. All right, number of drivers making their way onto pit road. Mike Wheel, Alex Forget-Berube, Joe Musso, Clark Brandt, Eric Jeffers. We're going to take this opportunity to take another commercial break. We may run out of commercials, John.
Oh, gee. Well, that's... Hey, good for the sponsors.
Yep, there you go.
Our mission at Coastal Financial is to provide comprehensive financial planning solutions tailored to each individual's unique needs and goals, with the aim of empowering our clients to make informed financial decisions and achieve their financial potential. Our focus is providing the highest level of service to our clients, including successful business owners, professionals, and non-profit organizations. Our commitment is to helping you improve your financial position, reach your financial goals, and safeguard your family and business. Our goal is to provide you with the resources and guidance necessary to accomplish these objectives. Our process utilizes a thorough and exclusive financial analysis, efficient implementation of recommendations, and continual reevaluation of fluctuating dynamics. You can find us at coastalfinancial.com or on Facebook at Coastal Financial.
All right, welcome back to the IWM broadcast network of the iNRS Racing Series. It's lap 63 of our championship event. We've had a number of cautions here tonight in the first 63 laps. 9 cautions to date. Watching. Not sure who our controls are. Jordan Booth or Garrett Walden our control car?
I believe it is Jordan Booth up in the high line. As we see, big stack up on the bottom line. Not really sure what's happening there with the 43, but the 41 is the control car. Jordan Booth in green flag back in the air here. See, the 40 is pushing the 67 of Corey Ennis. And 81 basically pushing the 43.
Looking through the traffic, 3 wide.
Not good. Oh, hold on to it. 3 wide going.
Contact.
Yeah, this is typically when you see 3 wide like that, it's not a good sign.
Garrett Walton's on some older tires for sure. Looking back through the field, see it's pretty clean so far.
And let's see if we can bring up that tower, Rick, and see where, there we go, we'll see where our playoff drivers are. Alex Forget-Berube, I think his championship hopes are done, Rick. 3 minutes plus in the pits. It's all but over for 19.
That was terrible.
All but over.
Those drivers still on pit road is the 19 of Alex Forget-Berube, Eric Jeffers in the 12, Austin Walton in the 17, Matt Persini in the 24.
And your playoff drivers, 1st, 7th, and 8th right now. So that's where it stands right now. Jordan Booth at the point, leading the race. At this point, he would win the championship if the race stopped right here.
Watching the 77 of Corey Bunch. He's got the 13 of Nick Alves, who is outside. Going to work his way back up to the front. Yeah, I'm not sure the time advantage you gain by cutting that dog leg. I mean, it would seem logical that you do, but I think you burn off a lot of speed.
I would agree. I think you do burn off a lot of speed, and I think it's a little bit more hindering on a longer run than a shorter run. So we'll see how this dog leg is going to be used later in the run. But this is, knock on wood, one of our longest green flag runs of the evening, Rick.
Yeah, I wouldn't have said that.
Well,
Here we are. All right, coming up to lap 70 here. Jordan Booth continues to show us the way around. He's kind of got himself out to maybe a 10. Let's bring up that gap. Almost a 2.7 second lead.
at first I thought you were going to say a 10. I thought you were going to say a 10-second lead, and I was like,
nope.
Rick, I'm pretty sure this is water in my glass tonight. I'm not reading these numbers wrong. But that's still a commanding lead, and his lap times are much faster than drivers on the same pit strategy. So looking at his last lap, we're going to call these times as we see it. His last lap was a 27.549. Jordan Wenzel, 27.8. Corianis, 28.2. So a full 0.3 and 0.7 faster than second and third place right now is Jordan Booth in P1.
Big difference. All right, this field is beginning to stretch its way out a bit. So knowing that these guys pitted last on lap 44, what's our estimate for that tank of fuel?
I would love to tell you, but I have no idea. No, I think it's going to be somewhere shorter than 51 laps. I think, we haven't had a fuel run. It's probably anywhere between 40 to 50. That is my guess. And with that being said, you can pit anywhere. We've had multiple cautions since then, so you have to put that into account. On a typical green flag run, you'd be looking at probably pitting somewhere, I would say, Rick,
caution
I said the C word. I said caution.
Yep.
And I did. What happened here?
I think Brendan Hayes was involved.
I don't
Definitely
know, maybe
has some nose damage.
Yeah, maybe something with the previous damage that caused that. We'll see right here. He's really hot into the corner. You can see the car already sideways. Sideways. Is he overcorrect and going to the wall?
I think he just comes around on him.
And he slides back up the track. Maybe. I'm surprised that's a caution.
He stops. That's going to bring out the caution.
Yeah, but he's below the yellow line.
But with that, the entire field is making their way onto pit road.
They are. Win the race off pit road. 80? Did the 81 win the race? I thought he did. No, maybe not. Maybe it was 41.
Yep. It's like 41, 81, 67, 43. All here lap 74.
Corey Bunch and Vernon Broadbeck up P5 and P6. So championship contenders back up near the front of this field. Good to see.
Looks like the 24 is actually back out on the track. Got some repairs made when he was in there. Looks like they hung a bit of sheet metal on that car.
The little iRacing elves were helping out a little bit. Elves or fairies or whatever you would like it to be.
That's right.
I think we officially coined it as the elves, the iRacing elves.
Yeah, I think that works for me.
Cool.
All right, we are just at the halfway point. Right, close to halfway.
Yeah, we are exactly at halfway. Take that back. We are 2 laps away from halfway.
Yeah.
My math.
We'll go back to green at about the halfway point here.
And with that being said, that means that these drivers all have to do is pit one more time if we go green. Now, if we get, hopefully, which we don't, if we get a slew of cautions, that'll make it interesting. But I think if we go green, we'll get one more pit stop under green, and then that is, that's it. That's all these drivers have to do.
That would make sense.
So, Rick, let me ask you this. We've seen the outside line be the preferred line here with the choose rule on the front row. What would you choose if you were the leader, inside line or the outside line?
I like the outside line.
I'm right there with you. I agree.
We may have to start bringing back the fun facts if this keeps up.
Yeah. Yes, but we might have to, Rick. We might have to. We're only halfway.
All right, Jordan Booth is in charge of this restart. He's taking the outside line. He's bringing this group down to the start and finish line and take the green flag. He's got Jordan Wenzel to his inside.
Yep, the Jordan and Jordan show back out front, and we are green flag racing again from Phoenix.
Moves out to at least a 4 or 5 car length lead. Yellow flag unfortunately flies again.
What in the world happened now?
See Simon Magin moving pretty slowly on the track.
Yeah, something definitely happened with him.
See Nick Alves to the inside and Matthew Robinson.
Yep. Now, I'm surprised that, I mean, again, I think he's just the stopping of the car caused the caution.
Yep.
But still, it's been corner entry almost every time, Rick. It's corner entry.
Yep, fair. And it's usually we're calling out the driver who's involved, but very often it has nothing to do with them.
No, it doesn't. Just wrong place at the wrong time.
Yep, absolutely. All right, we're going to take another commercial break. We'll be right back.
Welcome to the New York Pizzeria in Cato, New York. The New York Pizzeria has been bringing Central New York the best meals and snacks in the business for generations. Located at the four corners of State Routes 34 and 370, the New York Pizzeria is easy to find and impossible not to love. Aside from delicious pizza served to go or in-house, the food is always fresh and made by the local and talented staff. The New York Pizzeria prides itself on dishes including always fresh pizza by the pie, slice, or sheet with all the topping options you could want. The one-of-a-kind Jenny Wings. A mild, sweet and sour take on traditional bone-in or boneless chicken wings. And fresh-to-order garlic cheese bread, chicken parm subs and a prime variety of cold beverages. Do yourself and a legendary local business a favor and have what is truly one of the originals. The New York Pizzeria, order today.
All right, welcome back to the IWM Broadcast Network of the iNRS Racing Series. We are at Phoenix for their championship race. The fun thing about this series is it does mimic the NASCAR series, Cup Series, and so what you see on Sunday, we get to do it here early on Thursdays. So that's why we are here at Phoenix in our championship event.
Excited to have everybody tuned in and see who tonight's champion is going to be. It's been a long, hard-fought season.
Right now, the 4 drivers who are battling for this win, Jordan Booth, and he happens to be leading. You've got Vernon Broadbeck up to 5th. Corey Bunch is in 6th. And unfortunately, Alex Berger-Berube is pretty far down. He is getting back out on the track after an earlier incident, but he finds himself
He's 13 laps down.
13 laps down.
Yeah, it's not looking good. There's no chance he'll be able to win this thing, unless something happens with the other three championship drivers and they go more than 13 laps down.
Yep,
So,
there you go.
which we still have, some 70 odd laps to go. So we'll see. Pace car drops down, and we gotta wait.
Yes, we do.
And wait. And wait.
I think this is the only track that you've got to wait so long to be unaccompanied by a pace car.
Yeah, it's I would agree. I think you're right. I can't think of another track that's like it. No, literally nothing is coming to mind at all. But either way, green flag back in the air here at Phoenix. We're racing again down into the dog leg and going into turn 1.
Battling side by side, the 43 of Garrett Walden and the 81 of Jordan Wenzel. Got Vernon Broadback right there, currently showing in 5th. As the sun continues to set here in Phoenix, my guess is that we will finish under the lights.
At this rate, we absolutely will. On track, it is about 6:10 p.m. here in Arizona.
Oh, there's contact.
Oh.
The 10 slightly touched the left quarter panel of the 67.
That was
He
definitely
saved it.
unintentional. Yeah, it was unintentional. We've seen it all night long, though. Braking. Everybody has different braking points here, and it's very prominent in the final corner. So it's when you're catching a driver and you try to go onto the inside or the outside of that, you can clip them in the right rear or the left. So we've seen it all night long. Tough break for the 67.
Watch it here on replay. I
mean,
the
the
10 had no place to go.
Yeah, the 10 was there. Now, whether or not the spotter called it out, I don't know, but no caution there. Vernon Broadbeck and Corey Bunch enter the top 5.
All right, back up front, Jordan Booth continues to really put some time between himself and the rest of the field. Jordan Wenzel and Garrett Walden are battling for 2nd and 3rd. Then you've got Vernon Broadbeck and Corey Bunch right there solidly in 4th and 5th.
See everybody still cutting the dog leg here with a nice little overhead cam.
Little crank it up action here.
Let's do it. Always love the crank up cams.
Good action going on down here. It's really tight. These guys are battling Vernon Broadback as well as Corey Bunch. Got the 99 Tyler Lem there to the outside. Matthew Robinson's right there behind them.
Tyler Lem looks very confident there in that 99. We'll see how his race fares out, but he is looking strong there.
He's stuck
pretty
to
fast laps.
He stuck to the high line most of this race. Watched him go around.
I like the move.
To the beginning of the long shadows here.
Yep, we'll be under the lights very soon. As you see Vernon Broadbeck right there, Corey Bunch.
"92 laps complete as this race continues to wind down. Jordan Booth continues to stretch out that lead, now just under 2 seconds.
And Rick, I would like to say this is our longest green flag run of the night.
All right.
Trending in the right direction.
That's the 40 of Brendan Hayes. 15 of Clark Ryan's right behind. Marcos from Springboro, Ohio. Not to be confused with Springfield, Ohio. Behind him, you got Mike Wheel in the 96. Nashville.
Hey, look at that.
Yeah. Corey Ennis. 67 from Syracuse, New York. Scott Thomas. King, North Carolina. Oh, right there. What was that going around sideways?
I am not sure, but they saved it. Whoever it was.
28 Joe Russo. And Ron Fitting from Sumter, South Carolina. Back up to the front, you've got Jordan Booth continuing to stretch that out. Over the second place, Jordan Wenzel. Garrett Walden shows in third. He continues to be the driver who's moved up the most. He has gained most spots, up 19 where he started. Corey Bunch sits in fourth, with Vernon Broadbeck in fifth. Looking for some battles on the track.
Yeah, I'm not a lot. Tyler Lem, Vernon Broadbeck might be the only one.
They're the only door-to-door action.
I agree. Some other battles on track are just kind of leveling out right now.
Looking further back, that's Brendan Hayes Mark Brands, Corey Ennis, Mike Wheel in this pack. Field has definitely broken apart into some distinct groups. What you typically see, Martin Giroux.
Oh no, he has stopped.
But
backing up.
We're still under green. Still under green.
That was kind of wild. I'm surprised they didn't call that one there.
All right. Looks like the 50 came around, but no caution. He finds himself on pit road. Solid lead by Jordan. So this is what I kind of expected here at Phoenix. Lots of long green flag runs, and some mileage racing. Some fuel mileage racing.
Yeah, finally. Finally going to get to that point in the race, and it's gonna happen right now. So
yeah. So we're 30 laps. Right now into this fuel run. Expecting to see these guys on pit road. Try to do it better.
we should see them sometime, I would guess, in the next 20 or so laps. 10 to 20 laps is my estimate. Obviously, had multiple cautions, so it's going to be interesting to see how it plays out, knowing that this might be the final stop of the race, right?
Oh, absolutely. I think they could get. My calculation may be incorrect, but I've got, based on 60% fuel, that we're right around 60 laps per tank.
Yep, makes sense.
That's the 55 of Vince Burns, who is getting lapped by the leader. To the 25 of Jacob Musso, go under the 13 of Nick Alves. That is for 7th place. And now you got Vernon Broadbeck right there in front. Vernon currently sits in 6th. So they know they've got to stop one more time. Really, at this point, they could stop any time, probably past lap 115.
Correct.
Unless there's a caution that flies, just like that. So the 79 of Scott Thomas, something happened. And really, I expect to see everybody on pit road, potentially for their final stop.
This could be the money stop right here.
'24 just kind of pinched him down. Unfortunately, the 79 finds himself straddling that yellow line and unsettled the car.
Unfortunate there, but everybody's on pit road, Rick, so this is the money stop. This is, unless you have a late race caution, the final stop you're going to make, so you got to make it good. Who is going to win the battle out of pit road? All right, who is it going to be? Looks like it's going to be the 41. Jordan Booth. None other.
Yep, great stop. Not a super good pit stop. That was a 15-second flat in the box. Right behind him, Jordan Wenzel, 14.77. Further on down the line, Tyler Lev, 14.65. Just some really good pit stops in other boxes. But that could be their last stop.
Could be their last stop for sure.
Just thinking about it, you've only got 45 laps to go. You can get there on fuel in the tank. Tires going to be a little sketchy by that time, so. But I'm not sure you're going to gain much.
I don't know if you will.
It's not like you can change tires and drive yourself to the front.
Exactly.
With only 45 laps. Well, even by the time we go back to green, with 40 laps to go.
Correct.
All right, we're going to take a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back.
You'll love the exceptional service you get at Lindsay's Carpet and Paint, and our selection will truly wow you. Transform your home with hardwoods and laminates in every color, finish, and style you can imagine. When it comes to carpet selection, no one comes close to the variety we offer. And don't forget the walls. Liven them up with quality Benjamin Moore and Pittsburgh paint.
Professional staff and great selection at Lindsay's Carpet and Paint.
All right. Welcome back to the IWM broadcast of the iNASCAR Racing Series. We're about to get this back underway. It's our 12th caution of the night. Jordan Booth will be in charge on this restart. He will have the 81 to his outside. An idea where our playoff drivers sit. Vernon Broadback is sitting in 5th, and the 77 Corey Bunch is in 8th.
Yep. Alex Forget, 12 laps down, back in 20th position. Just got 43 laps to go, Rick, until we crown a champion. Lights are falling here, and we are green flag racing from Phoenix again, and Jordan Booth out to the early lead.
Starts are always a little bit dangerous. You got cold tires, 3-wide racing. That's Vernon Broadback. He's right there. He's got Nick Alf to the outside. 43 Garrett Walden in front. 77 Corey Bunch behind the 13. And that's Tyra Lem to the outside.
Oh, car wrecking in the back. We're going to have a caution, Rick. Car was 100% in the wall. I cannot believe there was no caution. That is crazy.
67 was definitely damaged in that wreck.
I mean, he hit the inside wall and came back up the track. I mean, he was wrecked.
He's got the 15 of Clark Fretz to the outside. He just lost it.
Now watch this.
Big contact with the inside, rolls up to the outside. Oh, the 19 just made it through.
Yeah, I don't know how there wasn't a caution right there.
All right, Eric Jeffers now is back on the track. Eric's been out for a while.
Good to see. And kudos to these drivers for staying back out there, showing that they care, and such a important just mental game, and shows the effort there. So love to see that.
Corey Anderson on pit road trying to get some damage, I'm sure, repaired after that incident.
Rick, let me tell you, Nick Alves, Garrett Walden battling pretty hard right now. Corey Bunch there. Let's go to that battle. tune into that one. That one's feisty right now, especially right here at this point of the corner. This is where I'd be watching out for that 77.
And they are just side by side racing.
It's one of our closest battles on the track. Yep.
Yeah, it takes the dog leg. Now the 77 finds himself there, but the 43 kind of trapped the 77, kind of pitched him down.
Let's see what happens here going into the final corner. Oh, a little blinking there for the 13.
13's got some technical issues.
13's been washing up in the middle of this corner just a little bit here. Nick Alves, but looks like he's able to correct it as much as he can. But 77 trying to make his way back to the front of this field. Trying to go around the outside. See Vernon Broadbeck side by side with Jacob Mousseau there.
Yep, Matthew Robinson in front. Oh, the 96. Where's he
Same
going?
thing. Same thing.
For watching, the 96, he is saving it, but he was all over the place.
It was the same exact thing that happened with the 67 as happened to the 96. Hit the dog leg at the wrong time, went down, hit the bottom of the wall, came back up the track, but he was able to save it and keep going.
Back up in the battle of Corey Bunch. He's got the 43 of Garrett Walden in his sights. That is a battle for fourth between these drivers. Jordan Booth is not quite pulling away as he did before. You got the 81 of Jordan Wenzel, who is trying to close in on him. Just about a half-second gap, but let's not lose sight of the 99. Tyler Lem continues to fight, and now he is up to third.
Yeah, I told you he was going to be quick. I was watching out for him. Doing a great job in that 99 machine.
All right, just about 30 laps to go. Corey Bunch is right on the tail of the 43, trying to take over. That is, again, for fourth. With these laps winding down, you got to make your move.
Got to do it soon.
As you see Corey Bunch doing just that.
Yeah, 43 is going to have a run to the outside, though. See if the 77 dives down deep. He does. He could slide up here. He has to do it now. There we go. 77 up in the fourth. Looking back at some lap times, your fastest car on the track last time by was your leader, Jordan Booth.
But nearly matched to the 100th by Jordan Wenzel, so super close between those two. There's still about a half second between them, but looking back through other battles on track, not many. Really none.
No. Closest battle might be right there with the 13 and the 43.
Yep, that's Garrett Walden and Nick Alves trying to, that's for fifth. "15 cars remain on the lead lap here at Phoenix in the iNRS Championship event. We appreciate all of you who have stayed with us throughout this season and are here tonight watching this live. And for those who can't, who watch it on replay, we appreciate that.
Rick, while we're talking, let's talk about the gap to the leader, or gap to the championship leader right now. It is currently 2.92 seconds between him and Corey Bunch. So definitely a little bit of ground to make up there for Corey.
Yeah, it's so fortunate for Jordan. He's got nobody in front of him. He doesn't have a lap car to worry about right now. He's pretty much just by himself, just kind of doing his thing. He'll eventually pick up the 12 of I think that is Eric Jeffers, who's be the next car that he'll encounter on the track. But you know, he's really been fortunate enough. He hasn't had anything in front. He's got clean air, and it shows. Now his gap over Jordan Wenzel is now over a second. All right, just 26 laps to go here at Phoenix till we crown this season's champion. Watching Jordan put down these laps.
Yeah, the lap times have been fairly consistent.
Looking back at Corey Bunch, he's trying to make his way back there, but he hasn't made any progress.
Not at all.
Right now, looking over the podium, right now we got Booth, Wenzel, and Lem. Right now, that's 1, 2, 3. Corey Bunch is trying to take over that third spot from the 99.
Corey Bunch is moving, Rick. He's trying, doing everything he can.
He is now taking over third place with just 22 laps to go.
One more car between him and the leader. Can he get it done in the final 22 laps?
'77 is going to need a caution. As much as I don't want to say
or
that.
a mistake.
Yeah.
Or a mistake from the 41. Which anything's possible.
Absolutely. This is another one of those tracks that's a rhythm track. And a little bit of lack of concentration, a little mistake, could find himself right up there.
Could, very well could.
Going back to Vernon Broadbeck. Vernon's currently in 10th. But he's got a gaggle of cars in front of him to try and get through. He's got the 28 of Joe Musso. He's got the 1 of Robinson. All in front. They're battling pretty hard up here amongst these drivers. 25's got the 43 of Garrett Walton to the outside. Just 19 laps to go. That gap between Corey Bunch and Jordan Booth actually continues to grow.
Well, 41's in a little bit of traffic right now, Rick. Got the 19 right in front of him.
And that's
not letting him by.
Nope. Well, he's a playoff. He's a Final Four driver. Unfortunately, Alex has got himself. Get that information. He's found himself 13 laps down.
Yeah, I don't know why he's fighting. There's no reason to, you know.
Hey, I'm sure Alex is frustrated too. He's had this was a race that he had hoped to, be successful at. Unfortunately, he got caught up in an earlier incident that damaged his race car.
And here he goes down pit road.
Yep.
Which is 16 laps to go.
That little battle he had with Alex there allowed Corey Bunch to shave off nearly half a second.
It did. I mean, those are the things. If it keeps on happening, Rick, it could be interesting towards the end of this one. With 15 laps to go.
Jordan Booth has really dominated this race.
He has. He's led the majority of it. Stayed out of trouble. Had the track position. Had the pole. Been the class of the field all season long.
This has really been Jordan Booth's season here in the iNRS Racing League. He really has just had phenomenal success with 9 wins. This could be his 10th win right here to sew up the championship.
Yeah, it's there with 13 to go.
Vernon Broadbeck was on pit lane. I think maybe he just came down and didn't actually enter pit road, but just maybe tripped the sensor, thinking he was on pit road.
Yeah, he had to trip the sensor.
So when the cars cut that dog leg, it really trips the pit road sensor.
It does.
With 11 laps to go, I don't think anybody needs to stop.
No, I think the field is pretty good. The only cars maybe Matt Parasini, he's 16 down. Yeah, I really don't know anybody else.
Corey Bunch is nearly as getting by the 81 to take over second. But he now finds himself 3 seconds behind Jordan Booth for the championship.
Yep, it's going to be a lot. He's going to have to make up so much time here, about 3/10 a lap, and we'll keep you updated on that battle and how it fares out. But right now, Jordan Booth is driving off into the sunset and driving off into the sunset too as the championship hopes for the 77.
Vernon Broadbeck sitting back in 8th.
Yeah, he's in a hornet's nest right now. He's trying to get around all these cars.
He's been battling the 43 all night.
Yep, and look at those 2 cars in front of him. Jacob Mousseau and the 13. They've been banging doors the last couple laps.
That's the last thing you want to see as a driver as you're trying to pick off spots, is that battle going on in front of you that kind of closes off any route around.
There's the battle. Oh, they're touching. Yeah, they're making contact.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're getting real nice and personal up there.
7 laps to go here in Phoenix to crown a champion in this iNRS Racing Series.
Oh, the 25. Oh, it's close. 13 is right there on the corner.
They survive. Good, solid racing amongst these drivers.
It is, and the gap has grown to 3.6 seconds, Rick.
Tyro Lem is sitting in 4th. Jordan Wenzel is sitting in 3rd. Corey Bunch, as he desperately tries to run down the 41 of Jordan Booth, he is not able to. Jordan Booth made his way around the 42 of Tony Japs. Lap car did not have anything for him. He's got nearly a whole straightaway before he runs into the 12 and the 15. 15 is the last car on the lead lap. But 4 laps to go here in Phoenix.
Four to go for the 41 in 2024. Gonna hit the line with 3 to go. If everything goes to plan, Rick, Jordan Booth just 3 miles away from an iNRS championship.
I am not surprised as we wind this down that Jordan Booth has done this. He's had one heck of a season. 2 laps to go here. White flag next time by. Right there on his tail. Well, not really on his tail. Sitting in 2nd, Corey Bunch. He's had a fabulous season.
He has, and here we go. White flag in the air for the 41 of Jordan Booth. That 40 XLI car has been fast all season long. He's won 9 races this year.
About to be 10.
About to be 10. Started on the pole, has led the most laps, is going to win the race, but more importantly, he is going to be your 2024 iNRS champion.
Congratulations.
Jordan Booth, your champion.
All right, Corey Bunch comes in 2nd. Jordan Wenzel finishes in 3rd. We'll get interviews with those drivers.
Oh, well, got a car turned around.
96 went around. A lot of drivers coming up and congratulating with a tap, the 41. And a bump.
There's your 3 finishers right there. 41, 77, and 81. And I think they're some drivers are trying to congratulate them, and they're trying to take the photo.
Yep.
There is a photo. Yeah, well, the 40 is not in the photo. He says, hello, goodbye. There it is. All righty. Rick, your 2024 champion, doing the champion burnout. Jordan Booth. What a season.
Good celebration. Well deserved for really one heck of a season of great driving. And on top of that, there's some good sportsmanship. Jordan Booth has, along with a number of others, participated in offering other drivers some practice time and some education in driving out here. So really all around good guy. So
yeah, you got a 5 wide burnout. You got 24 now. We got the whole field doing donuts.
Well, it's the end of the season. The guys just celebrating the wrap up of the iNRS racing season.
Donuts for everyone. Where's Michael Whitley? He'll have the donuts.
Yep. He's not here tonight.
I know, it's unfortunate. All right, Rick, let's see if we can bring up our final race results.
Yep, results are in. Let's get that.
All right. In your last race in the iNRS, your championship race, Jordan Booth wins the race and wins the championship, with Corey Bunch coming home in second, Jordan Winsel in third, Tyler Lemon fourth, Nick Alves in fifth, Matthew Robinson in sixth, Jacob Mousseau in seventh, Joe Musso in eighth, Brendan Hayes in ninth, and Brendan Broadbeck in 10th.
Scott Thomas finishes in 11th, Ron Fitting in 12th, Clark Franz in 13th, Garrett Walden in 14th, Mike Wheel in 15th, Vince Burns in 16th, Tony Japs in 17th. In 18th, Alex Forget Berube. 19th is Matt Persini. 20th, Corey Ennis. 21st, Eric Jeffers. Martin Giroux in 22nd, Simon Magin in 23rd, Austin Walton in 24th, and Dan Hughes in 25th. All right, that is the end of our information, but I'm expecting drivers will be available momentarily. See if we can get Jordan Wenzel.
Yep, and I think Jordan Booth has driven up on the victory lane. It's kind of hard to see his car, but he's up there.
I'm not sure we can see that.
No, I don't think we can, but it's all, well, there he is. It's kind of dark up there.
There we go. Get one of our drone cameras to pick that up. All right, let's see. There we go. All right, there's our third place driver, Jordan Wenzel. Congratulations on your third place finish.
Oh, thank you. It's looking at the first, second, and third, I think I'm about where I deserve to be as far as skill rating right there.
Well, it was a tough race.
Yeah, the opening was just kind of miserable with all the cautions, but the end there where we had those long green flag runs, that was so much fun doing that. But sadly, for the first stage, we were not able to do that. But luckily, at the end, we were. So,
yeah. Well, it was a good way to finish out the season. You guys put in not just here tonight, but certainly over the course of the entire season here, you guys have really been competitive and just an overall a good result for the 81.
Yeah, I really hope to do better next year. This season was much worse than last season. Last season, I felt like I just threw it away. This season, I felt like if Booth didn't win it, it wouldn't. It was just not deserved, or like a non-deserving champion may have gotten it. The only other person I think that would have been even close was Corey, and well, he finished second. So, I'm content with where I'm at. Fifth place for this season is a little disappointing, but it is what it is. We'll move on to next year, and hopefully we win the championship next year.
There you go. All right, that's your third place finisher, Jordan Wenzel. Jordan, any shout-outs tonight?
Oh, I got to shout out a couple of my buddies over different Discord. David Taylor is his username. Cameron V, all them. They've all been really supportive of me. And I was told that I have to cuss David out here, so this is me cussing him out. Swear word.
Okay. All right, thanks. Yeah, we can't bleep you out, but I appreciate you self correcting yourself there. So
no problem, man.
All right, that's your third place finisher, Jordan Wenzel. Here, let's bring in Mr. Corey Bunch. Corey, congratulations. Corey, can you hear us?
Oh yeah, hi. I was in the middle taking the VR headset off there, just with her. I just happened to didn't hear any talking, so.
Man, you almost had enough to get back. Booth was
yeah.
tough.
Well, what it was is I feel like my car was really great in the long run, but the problem was Booth had like 3 seconds, and I just, man, he just had that short drive, that short run speed, and he just able to maintain it. And like I said, Winston was dying in that run, and I was trying to make the pass for second then, and then by then it was too late. Which I looked at the lap time, it was about similar, but it's just nothing I could have done.
Well, I mean, we watched you pick your way up back through the field and get yourself in a position, but you just couldn't overcome that gap that Booth had.
Well, to be fair, there's a reason why Booth's won now 10 races this season.
Fair.
I mean, regular season champion, and then now, which in my eyes, he's the most deserving champion out of everyone in the top four. Just how he performed all year. So big shout out to Jordan Booth on winning this championship, and just heck of a drive, man. That was pretty stout and pretty strong on his part there as well, just to do all that. So yeah, I wish.
Still with us, Corey?
Oh, might have had
wait.
connection.
What about now?
Okay, we hear you now.
Okay, all right. I was trying to figure what was going on over there, but now, like what I was going to say before was the thing with Jordan Booth. He's the most deserving champion out of everybody that was participating in this championship for. But yeah, congrats to him and that 40XLI group. They done an awesome job all year, and just what a drive from what he showed out there today. I mean, he said it from day one. He's young, cocky, but he's good, and he definitely proved it all year. So
you did well. Your Full Throttle Motorsports had a good year. Any shout outs tonight? Oh, lost you again, Corey.
Uh-oh. What about now?
You're back.
Okay. Yeah, it must be Discord. Must be acting odd there. But no, before it gets any worse, thank Full Throttle Motorsports, Eric, Whitley, and all the other guys from the other group, Garrett, Wenzel, Parasini, Booth, everyone that's kind of joined in here. It's been a heck of a season just to run with these guys and joke and have fun and give each other a hard time as well. But yeah, it's been awesome. And thank you guys for broadcasting all year. There have been some good races and some bad races, but appreciate you guys sticking with it. And then Josh and Scott for the league. They've done a stellar job and kept things in line for the most part. So just I got to thank everybody. I mean, this number 77 Ford Mustang for Full Throttle. We come one spot short, but we it's a well-deserved loss, to the man in the 41 car.
There you go. And with that, we welcome Jordan Booth to the broadcast booth. Jordan, congratulations on the win. Congratulations on the season. And now you reign champion.
Feels good, man. I appreciate it. It was a great ending to that race. I'll say that much. Beginning was not something I will say took any talent to lead while the pace car was out. But man, that was just a great year overall, man.
Yeah, absolutely. We've really enjoyed our time broadcasting you and the league in general. But it's been fun to watch you, whether you're winning or you're not winning. It's just been an enjoyable season.
I appreciate that, man. I hope I've gave some highlights. I'm sure I've been part of some lowlights myself too. But just a testament to this league, man. I mean, one week you can be on top of the world, the next week you can be sitting in the back junked. So just good times.
Absolutely. Any shout outs tonight?
Yeah, for sure. Definitely Mike. I mean, that championship car tonight, it looked the part, and I'm just glad I was able to deliver on the part. And Brendan for being here half the time, I guess. He hasn't even been here full time now. He's just here half the time. But excited for next year. Going to have Matt Parasini for sure. Trying to convince Garrett Walden to get in there too, but he doesn't know what his plans are. Trying to keep at least the 40XLI brand in here, even though I'll only be part time. But just everybody in the league deserves one, man. I mean, we started out really, really rough, and it's going to be like that wherever you go. But having green flag runs at Phoenix like that at the end to finish it out, it's it lets the talent come to the top, and I'm just happy that I was able to be on top.
All right, well, congratulations. There's your champion for this season's iNRS Racing Series, Jordan Booth. Just a fabulous way, really demonstrating, his talent here at the end, and great way to finish up.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, congrats to Jordan. It was a magnificent season, winning almost 30% of the races, winning the championship. I mean, it was his to grab, and he took full advantage of it here at Phoenix.
All right, so that really concludes our Thursday night series here in the iNRS Racing Series. We'll be back probably intermittently between now and the time we start all over again sometime in February. But for those of you who have stayed with us and have watched, we sure do appreciate that, and we appreciate any time you tune in to our broadcast. John, any other parting words before we sign off?
Just want to say thank you for tuning in. If you haven't already, I've said it for the third time tonight. Make sure to subscribe and like and share this with anybody who's a racing fan. And make sure to tune in next week when the Tech for Troop Cup Series is at the race number 2 of the round of 16 of their playoffs at the Chicago Street Circuit. So no cautions.
That'll be fun.
There's no full course cautions on road courses or street courses here. So tune into that one next week, and hope you all have a good weekend.
All right. Good night, folks.
Good night.